In my last video, I had made mention of this particular ratchet not wanting to operate well. And, you know, I did some research. I've never taken one of these things apart. And, you know, here's the serial number 44985. This half-inch drive ratchet is one that my dad bought, and I still have his old Craftsman tool chest from back in the day. It's right here. There's still some other tools he had. He gave that to me a long time ago, and I'm happy that, you know, I get to keep it. He's been gone almost 4 years. This ratchet is from a set he bought for me about 28 years ago. I love tools, and I love hanging on to them. Now this serial number is 44809, and it's a VT. And you can see, okay, I made mention that yesterday. This one's 44985. And it's a V model. So I think he bought that little Craftsman toolkit. Had to have been in the late 60s. And I took it apart and found it to be very oily and dirty. And inside, just where my thumb is, that was all caked with dirt. I've used the hell out of this ratchet, and I've abused it. And it's still working very well. Now I cleaned it up just with some gasoline, and that was clear gasoline, and all that is dirt and oil. So I'm going to take this one apart. This is the one he bought for me. I'm going to take this one apart because you can see how oily it is. Let's wait for the camera to focus. Yep. And all I've ever done is just dropped oil in them. But, you know, they're around. You use them on automotive stuff, and of course old cars and junk are dusty and dirty. So the oil attracts dirt, and this is why they put a snap ring here so you can take them apart and clean them. This one's going to be a little trickier to get apart because I don't have a snap ring plier that has the two little pins, but I'll get it open. This one just had, this snap ring had just two little ears, legs, I guess you could say, way down in there. But let's see what I can do here in getting this one apart. It shouldn't be all that difficult. Wish I had a set of snap ring pliers. Maybe that's why I never took this apart, because I don't have a set. Okay, I know what's next on the tool list. A set of snap ring pliers. Here I have some needle nose pliers that, oh, they do fit in there. Okay. Maybe a little bit of a trick. There it is. See, that's the difficulty of not having proper snap ring pliers. Things have a tendency that are springy to leave the local area that you're working in and go somewhere else. So look how greasy that is and dirty. This one's having the same trouble. So you just pull it up, you know. Oh my God. Yeah, let's see if that little, oh yeah, it does come out. Look at that. I've never taken this apart. I got to be careful. There's a ball bearing there, and I'm sure there is a spring behind it. Oh, there it is. I don't want to lose that ball bearing. I can wipe that off my hand. Yep. And then, let's see. I'm sure glad I learned how to be ambidextrous. Get that spring out of there. Yep. There it is. It's sticking because it's black. Look at all of that. Even the spring is pretty nasty. Alright, so let's just clean these things up a bit. I'm going to be really careful when I blow these parts off that I don't blow them out of my fingers. So that's clean. The little activation lever is nice and clean. Wow, that's really sticky. Yeah, the problem that they're having, that I'm having with these things, is that when I move the little latch lever, this little lever to select clockwise or counterclockwise, this pawl doesn't always move and engage the ratchet assembly here. And so, and it'll also come unstuck and then wind up going back the other way all by itself. So I know I'm not in the shot much with this, but okay, that's looking cleaner. And yeah, look at that's just way dirty and too much. See that? Just a moment and some gasoline. And a little wipe with the towel. Comes out nice and clean. Alright, now, oh, and the other thing is, this button that you push here, on top, this button here, of course, tool guys know that, releases this ball bearing. So it'll let the socket drop off of the drive there. And what I've been having trouble with for a long time is this thing won't hang on to a socket. So that's a snap ring. I'm going to blow that off real fast. That's cleaner, much better. Okay, I got the ratchet in the gas. Yeah, that's you know, I've never done this. Look how dirty that gasoline is coming, or I should say is getting. Yeah, and I can see the ball bearing moving too. That's a lot better. it's moving better. I'm going to put this in the on the grinder, well, wire wheel. Tricky to do one-handed. I don't want the wire wheel to grab it and fling it into oblivion. So we can see all the teeth in the ratchet are a lot cleaner. They're still pretty sharp, so everything should engage correctly. I'm gonna stretch this spring out just a tiny bit. Oh, yeah, I gotta clean the end of that too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop this because I need two hands on this part. So I'll follow up in a minute of the reassembly. So I cleaned the ratchet assembly here and oiled it. I've been having trouble with this for a long time, and when I put an extension on it, it fits pretty good. It's a little difficult to get it apart still. So I remember that was the biggest problem I had with it. And I think that was from probably just from about the time I got it too. So I'm going to put everything back together. Got the spring in there. A little ball bearing. Right there, that's going to be a little tricky to put back together. I think I stretched that spring a little too far. I got it. Okay, so hold that. And then whatever goes in there. Maybe I gotta do it that way. Nope. So that lever's got to go in first. That's going to be some tricky stuff. Perhaps. Yeah. That's all about learning how to hold your tongue right. Okay. I'll be right back. Alright, part 3. I got it. That was a little tricky. So, yeah. I'll put that in there. And instead of greasing the hell out of it like they did, just add a little bit of motor oil. See, this one had the same trouble too. You can see inside when I switch directions how that little ratchet assembly in there moves, and the ball bearing and all that stuff too. This thing would, I'd be wrenching away and it would just change directions all by itself, and that was a little annoying. And you know, you get going at a good clip, and then the next thing you know, you're loosening something instead of tightening something. So let's see if I can do this left-handed. Pretty ambidextrous. Almost. There it is. Wow, that's a lot tighter. You can see the select lever jiggling. Perfect. Okay. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah. That works. That works pretty good. It'll work fine. Okay. Two ratchets, cleaned and oiled, ready for more duty. Thanks for watching my video. Later.